Here is the best 6 ways to buy a home without any money. Yes, you heard that right. How to buy a house without any money. 6 different ways. And for context, I have nothing to sell you. I'm a real estate agent. I'm one of the top teams in the country. We're doing almost $1.3 billion in volume over the past few years. And more than that, I've saved my clients 5 to 6 figures in buying properties and making the same amount of income on selling properties. Countless times, and here are the 6 ways I've seen through ourselves and our clients to get homes for free. Yes, maybe hard to believe or a pipe dream. Now, the difference on this training, this live class I'm doing, is normally when you hear these kind of claims, it's hard to believe because it's going to be from some coach, some guru, trying to sell you a program. So either they're telling you part of the story, not all of it, or they're telling you this is enough to make you buy the program in the back end. Whereas here, nothing to sell you, no courses, no books about it. I have books about marketing, but not about buying houses and real estate in that regards. So number one, it's going to be the most common way that people use to buy homes. And that's going to be pretty much just hard money loans. There are hard money loans, which is like private money, that people already have funds. So people think about it as like an investor. An investor has funds already, ready to deploy out and start making more income for themselves. They may charge you 5, 10, 15 plus %, whereas the mortgage market right now is like 6 to 7%. So you're paying way more by all means. However, there are some hard money lenders that give you all the funds up front, 100% of it, even some for rehab as well, doing a flip. Yes, it's crazy, right? Now it's hard to find. Well, at least number two step you can do is going to be your hard money loan plus a gap lender. A gap lender is someone who is only loaning the difference, the gap, per se that you need to sell a house. So let's say that you have a hard money loan for 80, 70, 80, or 90%. You need 20% left over because they only need 80%. You can get a hard money loan to cover the rest of that for the down payment, for the closing costs, doing flips or so forth for that as well. Now, this is harder to do if your exit strategy is to live in it or do a buy and hold. It takes more work, more capital, and so forth. Still possible with some lenders. I have a whole video coming soon as well. Make sure you subscribe, follow my page, like this as well, share with your friends. I'm going to be breaking down all the best strategies for free on how to invest in real estate, do real estate, buying, selling, the whole 9 yards. This series right now is all about investing though. So this is picking good, really trying to buy more homes, sell more homes, make a bit of profit. And then let's say, what if I need to have earnest money? If you need earnest money, you can get a gator lender. So there's 3 lenders in step 2. Hard money, you have a gap lender, and a gator lender. And gator lender is what Pace Morby created. And that's just saying, hey, I need money for my earnest money, which is 1% of the house value. So the home costs $100,000. I need $1,000 to hold my property as good faith to move forward. And they'll lend you on that, and they'll charge you 5, 10, 15% as well. So in the back end, it definitely adds up to how much you're paying to them. But up front, technically you need no money. So there's 2 out there you can do right now. Hard money loans by itself, hard money loans plus other loans. Now, the last way I'm going to show you of these 6 strategies is my favorite way personally, but also it's really powerful. Number 5 as well, it's also a game changer and applies to more people. Number 3 can be credit cards. Credit cards is an easy way to really dominate and buy properties without any capital up front. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, Jordan Super, how do I do that? Like credit cards, I can't buy a house with that. Well, yes and no. You can buy a house if you're going to use this credit card and do a advanced payment. So some credit cards will allow you to withdraw cash from the credit card. So your loan is, say, you have $200K in credit cards, you can take out $50K, $20K, and so forth based on the limits they gave to you. That is a possibility. Let's say you have an FHA loan, first time home buyer. You're buying a house for $400,000. You need 3.5% down. So if your credit allows you to take out enough money for the earnest money and for the credit card and so forth, you kind of use credit cards to buy a house. And in my mind, it's no money because technically credit is not your money. It's not real capital or cash you had in the first place. A little more risky, depending on your strategy. If you're just doing buy and hold, there is a way to do it. Or you're doing flips, another way you can do it. Way more risk tolerant people can do this kind of strategy, but it works. Again, you need real capital up front to make this happen. Number 4, this one is really powerful and unique, and it's going to be all about YouTube. I don't know if you're working or not, but if you are, excuse my wait. All right, now we're back in action. Okay, so if you're choosing our next strategy, which is a really powerful strategy to get more homes without having any upfront capital, is seller financing. Seller financing is saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I want to buy your property, but can I do it, make you the bank? So now the seller is the bank for you. Loans involved with, traditional financing, it's just with them directly. And he asked in terms like, hey, is it possible for you to not only let me make you my bank and pay you monthly to own this house, and one day you pay off the house, now you own it through the seller directly, and for the next month, 2 months, 3 months, or even the first month, can you waive all closing costs or down payments and so forth so I can move in right now? That is a hard one to find. People do it. A caveat is like a sub 2 wrap, a little more advanced. But someone is saying, hey, I'm going to wrap your loan around my name, per se, to buy the property. And people do this if they're about to be foreclosed on. So about to be foreclosed on or back from taxes or so forth. You only kind of pay that balance, save it, versus the stream version, which is kind of hard to deal with no money at all. But you can find some people like, hey, I'm just really old, I'm tired of managing this property. If you want to take over the property, you can. And for context, I've seen this done a lot. So it definitely works. You can do it with no money down, have it be through the bank, through the sellers directly. That's another strategy. And then kind of add to this, we also can do number 5, which is a super great way for you guys to get a home, especially in this market right now in 2024. For context, in 2021, there was 1,200 homes on the market. So when people are selling homes for $50,000, $100,000 to $150,000 above the asking price, well, yeah, it makes sense. There's not a lot of inventory. Now, maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, Jordan, 1,200 homes sounds a lot here in the Austin market. Like, yeah, kind of. But right now in 2024, there are 13,000 homes on the market right now. Technically 13,621. A lot of homes, almost 14,000 homes today on the Austin board market in the past, 5 months alone. We have 10 times more inventory, meaning it's a buyer's market or an investor's market. If you're going to buy or sell a property, well, then buy a property, you have to do something. You can still sell houses as well. Like I just sold a house for my client over the weekend. We had 37 people come by on Mother's Day, the open house, 13 plus parties, 5 offers, most of them above asking price. And we outperformed a 6-mile radius of that house next to other agents and homes that like properties. So you can still sell houses by all means. We do it all the time. But again, I run one of the top teams in the whole country, one of the top agents as well. So you need like marketing, strategy, system, stuff as well to make that happen. So you can still buy and sell. If us helping you, great time to sell. If you're not selling with us right now, definitely make sure you kind of have the right person working for you. If you need help, let me know. Happy to have your free call down below for consultation to help you get the next step moving forward. Or for buying properties, you can use this step by now, which is using concessions. Let's say the house is worth $100,000 for easy math. It's been in the market for 100 days. Me knowing this, or you knowing this now, you say, hey, it's been in the market for a long time, and I don't want to pay you an extra, 100K for one. But instead of lowballing and say, hey, I'll pay you 70K instead of 100K, you say, you know what we can do instead? How about I give you $100,000 for the offer still? But instead, let me have a 30K concession on the back end. That 30K concession can be now used for closing costs, for your down payment, and so forth. You still need to pay earnest money. So you can find a gator loan. You can use that gator to pay off that earnest money for you and option money. And there you go. You buy a house, and in some cases, you can almost like profit if you do it well enough at the closing table as a buyer or investor. This is a unique strategy, and it works really well when a lot of homes in the market. Like right now, there are 6 months in inventory, meaning that this is the best time to buy homes because it's for buyers and for investors. So that is number 5. And number 6 is my favorite because I'm a real estate agent. So obviously I like it a lot. And what you can do is as an agent, or you will become one as an investor or just a regular person as well, you can get your license, become an agent. And when you do transactions, you make 3%. Technically, you can make as much as you want. You can charge somebody 5% if you wanted to, and say, hey, I'm going to charge 5% as the seller. You can list the property for yourself with the client, and then buy it from him, and then use that as your down payment. Kind of complicated, a lot more steps that way. You gotta really make them agree to it. There's probably better ways like seller financing instead. But instead of doing that, you could just go into the option of just saying, hey, I'm going to buy this property. I'm going to use my commissions as a down payment. Again, as a first-time homebuyer loan, FHA is 3.5% more often than not. So that means I only need now 0.5% for the rest of the down payment. I need my earnest money. I need closing costs. So I would then use a concession on top of that. Say, hey, this house is $100,000. Let me buy it for $85K. Let me have a $15K concession on the back end that now pays for my closing costs, rest of my down payment, and so forth. And use a gator loan to kind of make sure I can have that earnest money paid for as well. So those are the 6 best ways to buy a home with no cash, no money up front as fast as possible. Again, there are all more steps involved in that, but overall, it's pretty much that simple. You want to learn more for yourself, though, again, book a free call down below. What's going on, Adam? Thanks for popping on. But, book a free call as well for yourself with me, kind of walk you through the whole process of buying and selling or investing, how these strategies work. And a quick recap for those who's popping on. There are 6 ways to buy a house with no money. Number 1 is going to be hard money loan. Some of them will give you 100% funding, which is amazing. Number 2 is going to be hard money plus a gap lender and also probably a gator loan as well that can pay for the earnest money, down payment, closing costs, and everything else in the loan as well. Number 3 is going to be credit cards. This is a little more risky, but people can do it. I've seen it done many times before. Ryan Pedata, how he started his portfolio of his empire now, $100 million from the afternoon, I think he's done through starting off credit cards. Getting man's payment, and it works from there. The next strategy is seller financing, which is an amazing way to get homes directly from the seller themselves. And then finally, you can do, asking for concessions that can cover the closing costs. And the last one, this is more unique, more thing. You're gonna be an agent like myself and use that commissions as your down payment. Hope that is helpful. And again, a little caveat to this: make sure you know your exit strategy when you're buying a property. If it's for yourself, it's gonna be a little bit different. But if it's for a flip or for a rehab job, for a buy and hold BRRRR method, you can do that as well and use this strategy and to get paid while you do this. I know it sounds crazy, but stay tuned, subscribe, follow my video, and follow my channel as well for my breakdown of the next one, the best exit strategies for buying and selling real estate to help you build your empire and the wealth that you deserve. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys at the top.